Friedman.
Hell yeah. Hey, one more time.
Hey, welcome to the Drunk Pedal Show. I'm Matt, and this is Ira. If you go to a fine restaurant, they may offer you a wine pairing for a certain meal. Similarly, we're going to take a guitar pedal and decide what you should drink with it, determine if we're correct.
Yeah, we are currently not drunk.
But we are ready to get drunk because it is the middle of the day. Ira was kind enough to bring his Friedman BE-OD. We are going to give that a try along with Johnny Walker Black Label.
Some of the thought process. You should know that Matt and I both work for a large music store in New York City. The Friedman BE Overdrive is a standout slammin' favorite. We consider it to be, if not the finest distortion pedal in the store, certainly one of. We figured a high caliber drink was in order. There's not a whole lot you have to say about Johnny Walker Black. So the nature of the show is that we play what we like, we drink what we like, and we hope you enjoy yourselves in the process.
I haven't personally played through this pedal yet, which is why I was really excited that Ira had one. Oh, so let me also give you a rundown. Ira's going to be playing through the Mesa Mark 525, which is a little 25 watt head, but we're just going to be running the clean channel, and then I'm playing through my Fractal Axe 8, which is the pedal board version of the Axe FX, and I'm using just a Fender twin reverb model, also running it clean. Of what you're hearing, I just as dry as possible. You may hear me switch between, this is my split coil mode versus my bridge or neck humbucker. So when we do like lead stuff, Ira's got his Les Paul.
It's 2015 traditional. It's my bridge pickup, both and neck. And myself and Matt wanted to be very understood that we are very sensitive to people with any alcohol problems. It is not for everybody, but it is for us. And kids over 21, drink responsibly. And that's it.
I was a little sort of like vamp under that.
Yeah. To Friedman and oh shh,
Really can't go wrong.
that's some distortion in my mouth. That's but high end. I'm gonna make sipping noises into the microphone while there's a whole society based on this Black Label. One thing I'd like to feature in our show that I don't see in a lot of pedal shows, all the things that come in the box. You get bubble wrap, which is always, that's just fun. You get the velvet baggie.
Those are always nice, but I've never put a pedal back inside one. Like,
Oh, I do. No, absolutely.
Take your pedals and put them in your little
Every time.
pouch, and then like hang them off a belt.
Yeah.
I've arrived with my pedal belt.
With my beautiful
Check my pouch.
velvet
Yes, I
pouch.
did bring an overdrive.
This is like the old school Dungeons and Dragons.
Right,
But,
dice bag.
Yeah, the dice bag.
Dice bag, which I only know through pop culture references,
No,
and not from personal experience at all.
I wasn't even. I was in this nether world where I wasn't nerdy enough for the Dungeons and Dragons game, but I wasn't cool enough for the pop social world. So I just went home and played music and whatever.
Well, I mean,
where, four little rubber feet. Friedman BE Overdrive. Thank you for choosing our BE-OD pedal based on the legendary BE-100 amplifier. I believe it stands for Brown Eye.
I believe that is correct. There's actually a fantastic model of it on my Axe FX of the amp. I mean, I'm hoping this pedal sounds a little bit like it, so that, like, if I pick one up for like a pedal board where I'm just playing into clean amps and I have no control over the clean amp,
Right.
if this can get me a little bit of that kind of sound, that'd be pretty sweet.
I've been playing Marshalls my entire life, and I love them. But in 2017, unfortunately, and Marshall, feel free to send us any gear to disprove us.
That's
but
what
I
they'll
think
do. That's definitely what they'll do.
Yeah.
These guys are talking. We'll just send them some gear.
Yeah,
Say what
yeah.
they think about that.
If they say bad things about us, we're gonna throw gear at them until they like us. Well, that's hopefully.
I mean,
exactly
it
what'll
could
happen.
work.
Yeah,
There's only one way to find
could
out,
work.
really.
The settings that I'm using currently, the gain is so strong and so good on this pedal. It's like maybe perfume or cologne. You don't You don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. It's the tight knob at about 4 o'clock. So the tight is almost all the way up. So I am more of a rock and blues kind of player. Matt is the metal shred master. If I can take a massively powerful pedal like this and make it sound maybe fusion-y, when even just on a simple chord, the separations, the string separation, and I'm not sure if that's going to really come through, is incredibly impressive on this pedal. It's
And that is what the Gent kids want.
Cheers, brother. Johnny Walker Black goes wonderfully with the Friedman BE-OD. Now, obviously, this is with the Friedman. I think that sounds fucking good.
Sounds
man.
great. Sounds real good.
You wanna gent it up a bit? I said my piece about it.
Sure.
I don't know if you want to back off the bass or treble or by yourself on this one.
So not even, I had to back it way off. There's actually way more than enough gain on this thing. I mean, I should probably get out like the 8 string for this or something, because it's totally, you could totally gent with this. It sounds a lot like the Brown Eye models in the Axe Effects too. So it definitely sounds, you know, I'm always a little skeptical when there's like a pedal that's based on an amp and it's like, it's the distortion of that amp, but without that amp. And it's like,
are you sure?
How many tubes are in this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, 0? Well, then go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But there's occasionally been a few that get close, like the Bogner pedals that were also, you know, very large and expensive, but they did a pretty good job. And this is kind of in that same ballpark, but it's a smaller pedal, and it's actually cheaper too. This is only like $199, and
it's not the most expensive thing in the world. And I can't really stress. It's like so right now, you know.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
it's its own thing. It's its own thing, and it's like it's Distortion 2017.
Exactly.
And it's. For
knows what the kids want.
Oh yeah, that's, I mean, for
And the kids want a jet.
I was good. Yeah. I'm like the least qualified person for gent to come out of my mouth, but I was gonna say it does seem to gent.
It definitely gents.
It's gents. Yeah. Cheers.
Good job. I feel like the premise of this show is starting to really
Getting low.
start to really happen.
Right.
All right, I have to do something with more strings on this.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't planning to do a guitar change, but it was entirely
This pedal is
necessary.
bringing it out.
It really needs it. I really needed to hear.
Speaking of really needs it, I just want to talk.
And now we jet.
Hell yeah! Woof. Hell yeah! What the fuck is this guitar? What
All right.
What is this?
This is my comparison Brocken 8-string. It also has a Lundgren M8 in the bridge, which is like the Meshuggah pickup. So it's also like the best gent pickup.
All right, we work in a big music
An
store.
unnamed guitar store.
Yeah, thus
it
far,
has a name,
thus
but
far-
we're not going to say.
Yeah, because we're on our own here, but we work there. And long story short, Meshuggah, the entire band, the entire crew, came into our store, and I had a really funny moment where I'm behind the counter, and this little old guy, you know, Jerky Boys, Saul Rosenberg kind of guy is like, I need string. I need a certain string for my. I need a certain. It's not really a guitar. It's something I'm just using a string for. I need a blah 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 blah. And at the same moment, like this guy is like taking up space and time, but like telling me about the string project that he needs. The entire band Meshuggah is just lining up behind him, behind this little guy. The entire Meshuggah crew, because they're all wearing the same clothes, they're all wearing the same thing, so the road crew looks exactly like them. And I don't know enough about Meshuggah to know the individuals. I just know the entire band was like in front of me, kind of putting on like kind of like looking at the guitars that were behind me, and I'm tiny compared to them. I'm like, you know, right around 5'7". I think they're like 7'7" or something like that, and they're huge. They're just all huge, and so they're looking at the guitars behind me, you know, Saul Rosenberg is in front of them, oblivious to everything that's going on with them. And so, you know, I'm taking care of Saul Rosenberg, and but I have to acknowledge the presence of like the whole. And so I said, guys, if there's any guitars you want to play here, let me know. And
like,
just one of them goes, thank you.
I thought they were gonna be like, not enough strings. Like, you clearly don't have any guitars.
Say it one more time. That might have been the first belch on our show. That might have been our first belch on our drinking show. Just made some history. So fucking brutal, dude.
I really am gonna need to get one of these pedals.
Yeah. Well, it's fresh too.
Yeah.
The fresh, like the can't really stress the Friedman BE-OD is it is a fresh sounding pedal
So fresh.
for this. Maybe we should go like full bore aggressive on this pedal and just like get a sense of its maxed out kind of, you know. I showed the settings that I like. You show the settings that you like. And maybe just its most maxed out craziness.
Mm-hmm. See, I can already say this pedal is the kind of gain where like I would probably never dime it. I'd probably never turn the gain up all the way on this.
Because it's just so powerful to the pedal.
Since the late 90s, that has been my like metric for amps is, it needs to have more gain than I actually
need.
want
Right,
to use, other
right,
than
right,
as
right.
like an effect,
Yeah.
right? As some weird overblown effect. And then I back it off a little bit and it's perfect. Like
Right.
that's the magic. And so right about...
I mean, how much more gain is there?
Yeah.
How much more? How much
I
more
mean-
gain? Well, like, where does it go from there?
try to get those like right into the mic. 'cause
Belches,
those-
belches,
really
and,
important.
belches and farts
This
are
is,
funny.
This is my favorite 6-string comparison.
Dooba-da-boom. I saw blah blah in the corner of my eye.
My favorite is like
I can't get an appropriately aged woman.
the song should the song should end like 2 lines in. He's like, I saw sparks fly from the corner of my
Ba-boom.
eyes. Like, no further questions, Your Honor.
Yeah, but
So, Mr. Winger, can you tell me your version of events again? I saw sparks fly. No, the prosecution rests, Your Honor. I just
I
learned
shouldn't
how
even
to
say
play
this.
that riff right.
Yeah.
And I've been playing like half of it, like half-assed for years. And I'm like, I'm going to learn that riff. And I learned it, and now I can't stop playing it. I'm going to go to the NAMM show in January. I'm
Yeah.
going to play it on everything. Just going to play the riff from 17.
Oh, this is our first show. So we might as well tell you, if I don't get to make it to NAMM, Matt definitely will. And we're gonna try to ask, like, we're gonna try to get the Robert Keeleys, and we're gonna try to get the Brian Wamplers, and we're gonna try to get the is his first name David Friedman? Mr. Friedman.
The Jimmy Friedman. I don't know what his name.
Bill Friedman.
I want to say
Well,
something
like,
with an M, but I may completely be imagining that.
Mary Friedman. And
I'm just thinking like Mark, but
oh, okay. And we're gonna, like, they will not be expecting questions like, what would you drink while you're playing this pedal? And we can't wait to
What,
get reaction shots. What alcohol?
what beverage best pairs with your pedals?
They're not gonna know how to answer that. We're gonna. It's like I can't wait to.
You better. Well, if you don't know, you better start thinking about it.
What, like, what do you drink with a 4-knob compressor, Mr. Robert Keeley, who does look like a
You
nice
drink-
guy? He does look like a nice guy.
Yeah. Well-
It should be transparent, so it's something white,
Ooh, something. Yeah.
something transparent, something which squashes you a little bit. Is that gin? I think we're getting
Something
into the
with-
gin vodkas.
I'm trying to like work the 4 knobs into it somehow, like 4 ingredients in like.
For distilled
Mixed drink,
for ingredients. Oh,
Well,
okay,
yeah,
all right,
because
all
you
right.
could like even if you just have
Yeah.
like, it could just be like a vodka tonic and a
After a couple of
lemon
drinks,
lime.
I genuinely
That's
don't
4
care
knobs.
if anybody's out there. I'm just like,
4 knobs.
really.
Right, that's the best way to
This
do
is like-
this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, were we recording that? I
Yeah.
don't know. Sure, why not?
Cheers.
Sure.
I've been watching like a lot of videos with Robert Keeley in them, and he looks really nice. He does. He looks like a nice guy.
Really?
He looks like a nice guy, and I just like him especially. I would want to see. And Brian Wampler looks really cool too. He's like a, he looks like he'd be all right, you know. But so what do you drink with that? I don't drink at all when I'm
Like what?
I'm
I just
perfect.
I don't know.
No, I am sober
It's
100%
very important
when I make
that I
this pedal.
design
Yeah.
these pedals correctly
Yeah.
and not.
Yes, sir.
What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood. The fuck, man. Whew. Whew. I just feel that a good pedal makes you want to play more. You know, it just like
But
it
I
just
always
really
want to play more.
Well, no, I mean a good pedal is like not only it like it like lifts, it like kind of lifts up what you're about. It kind of lifts up what you're about and like takes it to
Next level.
yeah, next level shit.
Next level shit.
Yeah. Play Winger again.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Boom. She's underage. She's underage. Yeah.
I said take it easy. I meant so.
Inappropriately young. Blah blah blah.
Just when I thought she was coming to my door.
Something about the floor.
Right?
Something about the floor. Yeah. And
man.
now I'm in jail.
I'm gonna do something about that song. It's because it's a fascinating piece of work. It's a wonderful song musically, just lyrically.
Dude, can I name drop twice in
Name
one
drop
video?
all you want.
Name drop twice in our first
Name
video.
drops equals tags equals search engine optimization.
You know what? And we're having fun here, but I'm extremely serious about this. I'm a huge Steely fan. And I'm not even sure I care about what kind of trouble we get, because this is our first video and we can be crushed immediately. But we meet a lot of famous people at our job. You know, just you don't know when it's going to happen, but it does sometimes. And I feel like I was not personal buddies, but I met Walter Becker on about maybe 3 or 4 occasions. And I don't know, it's in that gray area where it's like, I didn't know the guy. I didn't know him. Mm-hmm. But I was in his airspace for about 3 or 4 times. And we... and like, I feel you get a sense of somebody. Mm-hmm. You get a sense of somebody, like just being around him a little bit, you know? And Walter Becker would cruise into our store, and he was funny. He was a funny dude, man. Yeah. He was like in that kind of way where like he was like kind of a doctor. Like he knew he was smarter than you. He knew he was better than you. He knew he was, but it's like, it's one of those things where it's all part of his genius. It's all part of his genius. He's fine. You know, let him, you know, you didn't think that guy's better than me. Fuck him. No, not with Walter. No, with Walter, he was fucking Steely Dan, man. And it was one of the few guys that I ever asked to take a picture with him, and he said no. He said no. He said no, and he wasn't a prick about it, but all he said was, he said, "Let's do it next time." And I was like, all right, Walter, I have thoroughly embarrassed myself. All right, fine. I've like, but at the same time, I sold him like thousands of dollars worth of pedals. Not because he loved me. He was just like, I was just there that day.
He just owned all the pedals.
Yeah. He was into TC Electronics that day. And he bought like maybe about like comfortably over $1,000, and I found myself saying dumb shit like well, this one's a little bit cheaper, and he clipped me off. He was like, "I'm not worried about money." He was like,
it's like my pedal budget is infinite, sir.
I am not. He was like, and he was like mildly offended that I would like say. Yeah. It was like, I'm not worried about money. Walter had a guy that would walk around with him, making sure he didn't spend too much money. Really? And anybody that knows, anybody that's in that world, I'm sure will know that I'm not bullshitting. And I don't remember the dude's name, but they'll know. And so my point is this is a very big lead up to playing Do It Again a little bit, and just because I purely love Steely Dan and I love Walter, and he has passed now, And for somebody who you always had a slim chance that Walter was going to walk into your store and kind of brighten it up. Can I say that Walter came in and he saw like a little kid playing guitar, and the little kid was a little kid, you know, he was a little kid playing guitar, and Walter came over and he started kind of singing along with the kid. He was kind of scatting. He was like boop 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 boop, and the kid had no idea who he was, but I did. I knew who he was, and it was like, wow, Walter's nice to kids. He's nice to kids.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So maybe we can riff on an unnamed. I'll do the rhythm. You just come in with the lead whenever you want.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Tribute to Walter, man. God bless him, dude. I miss him. Fill me up, man. If we could spill a little bit on the floor to Walter, in all seriousness, in all love, it clank.
The only thing we didn't really get to in this one is we were like, yeah, and then we'll kind of just get all like depressed about how we work at a guitar store. And we didn't really get to that point, but don't worry, it's coming.
I don't feel so good.
I could have played for Kanye.
Fuck, big up to Luke, man.
Fuck
big
yeah.
up to Luke, man.
To
Luke. Luke. Yeah, we're gonna keep that in the video. Big up to Luke. Even if it doesn't make sense, we're gonna edit that shit
It's
in.
definitely gonna be in the video.
Yeah, yeah.
Believe
Big
me.
up to Luke. Steve Lukather, who has nothing to do with this video,
Yeah.
but still.
But he had to do with everything else that's ever been cool.
Ever. For real, and I don't know if this is gonna make the video or not, but my glasses are dedicated to Jeff Porcaro, of the drummer for Toto, who passed away way too soon. I am I'll lay it out there. I'm a failed drummer myself, and Jeff Porcaro, the man with the golden groove.
Amazing.
My glasses, if you can see or if you give a shit, like are dedicated to him. That's Jeff Porcaro. God bless you, dude. We love you, man. We love you. Like Jeff Porcaro. So I'm a fan of all things drumming. And so I watch like old Jeff Porcaro interviews, and he gives me big glasses jealousy because his glasses were huge and he looks so fucking cool with them, you know. And so he was in front of a group of a total group of drummers, right? He was in front of a group of drummers, and I think he offended them. I think he offended them by saying, "Yeah, I don't play solos," and you could hear a whole from like all the all the people that were in attendance. It was like, what do you mean you're so good? Why don't you play? So I play solos. I work so hard on my solos. Why don't you play solo? He scared the shit out of everybody, and Jeff was like, maybe you've seen this interview too. I don't know, but like he was like, no, I only play straight time. I only play straight time. That's all I'm interested in. That's all I care about. I just like a drummer who just doesn't play straight time is ridiculous to me. Or maybe I'm paraphrasing it wrong. I hope I'm not. But it's like, what do you mean you don't solo? You know, it's like, oh my God, you're the best. Why don't you solo? That means I shouldn't solo. And there's like,
it's like, hey man,
he's influencing people. Maybe, you know, maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe drum solos aren't that cool.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't. Yeah. And then enter Dennis Chambers, and too early for John Mayer.
Man. No, I mean we can talk shit about John Mayer anytime you want.
What haven't we done? I feel responsible. I feel responsible towards people with drinking problems, and I don't know, kids.
I ain't fully drunk yet.
Like
and
kids.
These fucking guys are wasted.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with the next 4 hours?
Yeah.
That I usually spend drinking.
Yeah. The obligatory blues in A.
Yeah, blues in If you enjoyed if you enjoyed us getting drunk or playing guitar or the pedal, or if you enjoyed anything, you should like and subscribe and share it. Tell your friends. Let us know your suggestions for pedal and beverage pairings, and we will investigate them using science and the power of our rocket. Clink it. Until next time.
I fucked that all up. I fucked that all up.